So for Franca and Obras, Coach, what do you see as an X factor today? Of course, we talk about those top performers. A Franca win, 94-87. Coach, that one was a barn burner. What do you remember about it?
Yeah, it was back and forth.
And Franca in those dark red tops. Up top. Sarmiento off to Spite, and the deep three ball is good for Andres. Santos playing high, top of the arc, 6'8" Brazilian, playing distributor as he goes down low. And now the big man will shoot a three and can it. And Mauricio Santos has this tied at 5. Spite another three ball and another make. First possession without a point for Obras. And here's the dish down low to Santos. In and out action, three ball good.
What beautiful inside out. 2 times in a row. Get it in the post, kick it out for an open three. Nice.
And now another Obras three. This one's good.
Make those early threes or else move the ball around.
And here's a fadeaway shot. Boy, that teardrop is a thing of beauty. And we've seen them both so far. Now here's a little bunny from the free throw line. Off for Obras and a board for Hinkle. Franca can take a lead. Inside, it is Santos. That is a bully in the paint. Scala, prodding, driving, and he swirls it in. Santiago Scala, natural-born righty. Here's Pedro Barral, who you had as an X factor today. Now teardrop floater is good. That is an absolute thing of beauty. First bucket for Franco Smaniotti. And then a three to follow. Yeah, shooting percentage is off the charts so far. Inside, Jeffrey Salarin draws a whistle.
Make him pass over the top.
Now here's a three for Diaz. You have to do them both in the modern game of basketball. Can't just be a big man in the paint. Got to be a big man outside of it as that left-handed teardrop falls with only 8. So even though Franca hasn't played in a month, yeah, this team, especially with foul trouble, could get a little short-handed as Diaz shows us that inside game. So yeah, you got to keep him honest, right? The team hasn't played in over a month, and here's Smaniotti drilling a three.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Obras keeping it on the outside, and the red-hot Franco Smaniotti. And now Obras will actually slow it down. Spite's calling for the ball. But instead, it's a block. Juan Venegas couldn't get it.
And they run him in transition, which is really smart.
And here comes another Obras steal. Spite bouncing it into the waiting hands of Franca. Three ball in the corner, and it's good. Franca. And back in action for the second quarter. BCL Americas Group D. Sam Brief and Paul McKeskey with you, and down low, Franca with a bucket is good for 2.
Yeah, and Sam, I wanted to mention this. I think I had a flashback. I think I heard an organ playing in the background there.
Off for Diaz. That organ must be comfortable for you. And Obras back with it. Smaniotti has a game high. 3 balls off for Ferreira. Offensive board, no for Diaz. 3rd chance, now a 4th chance.
In his stats, he'd get 2 offensive rebounds and then a putback.
Right, easy way to get a double-double. Here's a little step through. Ferreira and 1.
And they know themselves so well, and they know their roles, and they accept. I have 5 my starters, and then 3 backups at the wing and the guard and the big. And then I have another guy I'll play between 5 and 15 minutes, depending on foul trouble.
Meanwhile, we're watching the Lucas Diaz show. He has a game high 16. He's doing it inside and outside.
And that's one thing about Obras. They don't have the size to match them inside, and that's killing them tonight.
Baral again with the left hand.
Players are paying attention. You see eye contact and interest, so that's a good thing. He's really good communicator.
A good way to get his message across.
It's all locker room
Smariotti.
talk.
Baral on the drive. Much of him since, but he just checked back in and now whips it down low to Ruiz, who misses. It's a 5-on-4 for a moment for Franca coming back.
Setting the pick, it was the guy with the basketball that didn't wait for him to get set and created an offensive foul for his teammate. You gotta have patience, wait. The great teams give up good shots to get great shots.
Here's probably an okay shot, but it was a bit strong. Rebound tips to Diaz. Here comes Franca. Scala. And the pass picked. Here's Andre Spite. His first bucket since the first quarter.
It gets you, it not only does it score points or do you lose points, but it gets momentum or breaks momentum going into the next quarter.
And Franca looking to recapture some momentum. In the corner, Scala cans a three.
Drive the basketball, and then he told him to use the pick and roll to do that. But it's more of the attack the rim and stop settling for jump shots like that.
Well, they're not really following so far. Here's a jump shot and another miss. That's not going to make Coach happy. Here's another one.
Nope.
Boy, Coach has got to be fuming by now. Finally attacking the rim on the putback. Obras struggling to find the inside. And the three for Solarin's off. Second chance, though. Here's another three. That strong play on the inside leading to something else outside. Jackson on the drive, and man, this Franca offense is a thing of beauty.
Yeah, they're just all in tune with what each other's doing.
After another steal, Jackson hits another three, and David Jackson is heating up. Same narrative, Franca dominating Obras. 19-point lead as Smaniotti goes with a step-back three, and he cans it. Is that a good shot, Coach?
It wasn't great coming out at halftime, and yeah, you might need to look at playing some zone in front of the post to shake things up, but you gotta stop the basketball here.
Looks like basket interference might have just been called against Franca as Spite hits one and a foul.
Yeah, I think, he struggled and they pressured him from the three-point line, so take it to the basket.
Franca is fresh. They haven't played in over a month. Spite gives it up. Smaniotti gives it to Franca. 3-on-1. This is a gimme bucket, and Paulo Barbosa drops it in. Here's a Spite three. He just doesn't have what he had in the first quarter. This team looks tired. Now 1-on-3. Hinkle
to 10 or so going into the fourth, and you got a shot at it, but you got to have a better attitude here.
Another three, and this time Solarin.
Yeah, he can knock down threes. He can take it to the basket.
Diaz up top, steps through. Now outside, a three for Santos. Outside, it doesn't matter.
And there's a reason they're owning this their division here in this tournament.
Shooting at 48% from downtown. That'll get the job done, eh?
Yeah, and they're getting good uncontested shots, too.
Baral coast to coast. He scored 5 points.
He can pass, obviously with 5 assists. So he's just a perfect fit to pretty much any team, but especially Franco.
Jackson making him pay. Franca's owned the battle in the paint, 31-23 on the glass, +8.
When they swing the ball and knock down a 3.
Man, Hinkle's been incredibly efficient, perfect from downtown. He's only missed 1 shot. Meanwhile, Spite keeps Obras in it, starting to bleed some clock. Jackson with just 2 to shoot from the free throw line, gets the teardrop to go.
Oregon music.
Well, Obras needs a little fire up here, down 15 with under 10 to go. Franca looking to stay hot. And miss, rebound Ferreira. Back out, Scala, a 3-ball. He drills it. And Franca. '20 and now possess it. On the drive. This is Diaz pounding it in off the glass.
You make a great play, really strong, and then you yell and get excessive. I said, nice 1-point dunk there, Hassan. Unnecessary.
What was the response?
Off my line, guy.
Yeah, you've been there. Santos, after the pass fake, drills a 3. 25-point monster lead for Franca. The organ means we're back.
They've rebounded, they've post up, they've scored on the block, they've kicked it out, they've made threes, they've scored in transition, and they play pretty solid defense too. So they've done everything right. And right now,
as we get forward into the knockout stage, point differential can mean quite a bit. So this team's got to stay locked in. And Andre Spite, his team in the huddle. How difficult is it to coach when your team's already down 25?
Well, you could see them. They had given up on the game.
7:10 Eastern time, 9:10 local time for the nightcap matchup between Real Estelí and Halcones de Jalapa, thanks to the incredibly efficient Charles Hinkle.
Incredibly efficient.
Offensive board, put back, yes, sir.
I think, if you're going to compete with them, you got to be bigger, stronger, better on defense, better on the, blocking out. And
Herrera with a layup I could have made.
Yeah, and at some point, I don't know about you, but I have some pride. I'm going to foul the crap out of
He's
them.
down 25.
And at this point, it doesn't matter if anybody fouls out, except maybe Spite. But
Coach, I read that you were the only player to foul out of an NBA playoff game in just 1 quarter. Do you remember that night?
Yeah, I do, and that's not true anymore, by the way. But I'll tell you when it was.
At the
It was
time.
against Philadelphia. It was against Philadelphia.
Back in. Franca's got only 3 players on their roster who are below 6'4". This is a big team, and Marcio Santos.
They said too small. And this is my point, Sam. Why would you keep playing behind the post? They're killing you. Just front them.
They're going to be over in Buenos Aires taking on this same Franca team. So if you're Coach Dominguez now, you have 4 minutes to start drawing up your game plan. What is...
In the long run, if you're going to go to battle with the same team you have now, guess what? Pretty much the results are going to be the same. Yeah, Sam, I'll make a point that, I talked about getting bigger and stronger players, right, for the next session. When we're going to do a game after this one, Halcones de Jalapa, it's doable to get bigger, stronger players. And at the other point, I'd also, if I was Obras, I would work on fronting the post and coming from the weak side to trap.
Yeah, 8 good, big, strong players with chemistry. That's what we've seen tonight from Franca. Coming down the wire of this one. Next up is going to be Halcones against Real Estelí. Coach Mo and I will be on the call for that one, that are 6'5" or taller. So this is a bigger, stronger, and really smarter team in terms of what we've seen today. And finishing strong, Santos. And that'll do it. It's a 20
4-point win for Franca. Behind Lucas Diaz, Marcio Santos, and Charles Hinkle, Franca stays undefeated.